Welcome to CodeCrypt. My name is Joris de Gruder. In this video, we'll be setting up our build pipeline to include ISV license files to our generated deployable package. I have a blog post documenting these steps as well, which is linked in the description below. There's also a link to the official documentation for the Azure DevOps pipeline task to add license files. Let's dive right in. First thing we need to do is make the license file available to the build. The easiest way to do that is just to grab the text file that you received that has the license and just add it to source control. So to follow what I put in the blog post, I will just create a new folder here and I will call this licenses. There we go. And then under licenses, I will just add the file again. So the text file right there, check it in. All right, so now I have under my trunk main where the metadata and the projects are, I have a licenses folder that has the text file. If you're using the new pipeline, the steps are pretty simple. You already have the add licenses task, you just need to enable it. So if you right click on that task and select enable selected tasks, there you go. And then the only thing we want to change here is the search pattern. So this is where it is going to find any license files that we want to add. So in our case, we put it in the licenses folder under the sources directory, which in this case, if you go to get sources, the trunk main is directly mapped to build.sources. So we literally have to just use this /licenses/start.text, which you can copy paste from the blog if you want to. So it's build source directory license start.text. And then where it's going to find the package here, this is already correct. This actually matches up with how this pipeline is built. So you just save this and run and you are good to go. If you're using the legacy pipeline using the build VM, there's a little bit more work to do because the add licenses step is not part of the standard definition. So first of all, you need to ensure that you have the Azure DevOps extension for Dynamics 365 enabled. You can get that from the marketplace. I have the link in the description below or on the blog. Once you have that enabled on your Azure DevOps account, you can come here and hit the plus sign, and then we're going to search the tasks for add licenses. Click the add button. Now the important part here is that we put it in the correct place. It has to go, of course, after the package is generated because we'll add it to that package, but also after the file has been copied to the staging directory. You can put it before, but then you'd have to adjust the artifact staging directory and this whole file path. So the other thing is has to go before the package is of course published to the output of the build, because otherwise it will only be available and our update's not going to get picked up. So this is the correct location. Now as we did with the classic pipeline, and I'll just go here and copy that for a second. We are picking up the license file from sources directory licenses start.text. This is where we put it. Now, similar as I mentioned for the new pipeline, just go look at your sources mapping to make sure, right? In this case, trunk main maps to sources directory. So we just have to add /licenses/start.text. If your mapping is different, you'll need to check what that path should look like and what the relative path is. In our case here, it is just sources directory licenses. That's good. Now, we are updating the package that got generated here, so we need the correct path to that package that was created. So a couple of things do need to get updated here. First of all, in this pipeline, the zip file for the runtime is in the artifact staging directory, but it is under a packages folder. You can actually see that here in the copy files. It's going to put it in artifact staging under packages. So we need to reflect that here. So I have artifact staging directory packages. And then the other thing is the legacy pipeline, the generate packages step, adds the F&O platform build number as part of the name here. So the easiest way to get that correct number, and this will change anytime you update your build VM to a new version. So keep that in mind. But the easiest way to go about it is, of course, to just go to one of your existing builds. And this one was successful. look at your artifacts. There's 3 published here. And then under packages, of course, this is the runtime package. And notice it's under packages folder, and it has this extra number here. The last digits are the build number, and that's automatically picked up with the variable, but we need the rest of these. So I cannot copy paste it here for some reason. So I'm just going to hit save as, and I am just going to copy this. And then we'll come here and we'll replace the deployable runtime with the correct number. So notice this now X deployable runtime underscore the build number of the F&O platform underscore and then the build number dot zip. So this is it. So I'm going to hit save and queue, and then we'll watch and look for the output because it will now include our license file. Okay, my build has finished successfully, and you notice that the add licenses step succeeded. Now, if you have any errors here, just go look at the log. It's likely something that either it did not find the license, which in my case, it says it found 1 license to include with the correct path, or it couldn't find the runtime package because there was a mistake in the path. So go double check the work if you have any errors here. But mine completed successfully, so I'll go up 1. And then we'll go look at the artifacts that got published. So under packages, there's the runtime. So I'm going to click it and I'll just say open it. And so what you'll see in the zip file now, under AOS service, scripts, license, you'll see that this license file that we added to source control is now successfully included. So now you have a package that includes the code as well as the license. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful and would like more content in the future, please hit the like button and subscribe for future videos.